Welcome back to SUNY Delhi's Right to Know and Hazard Communication training. This is part 2. We're going to talk about some pictograms, the new pictograms as they compare to the old pictograms. In this specific case here that you see on the screen, they have the explosives or exploding bomb pictogram. The old one is a yellow diamond encasing explosives, a category number, and a picture. The new ones, which are standardized and used across the board for all hazards, are all going to be a red diamond encasing just a picture that represents that hazard. In this case, this is the exploding bomb. This would reference explosives, self-reactive chemicals, and some organic peroxides. Flammables, the pictogram is a red diamond with a flame over a bar. These are gases, aerosols, solids, and liquids. Precautions to take: be mindful of sources of ignition while handling, storage and housekeeping, and proper and safe use of these chemicals. Comparison of new and old flammable liquid criteria. The new GHS, which we spoke about in part 1, streamlined categories of 1 through 4. You have your flash points and your boiling points. As you can see in the flammable and combustible liquid standards, they're denoted by different classes and subclasses, along with different set flash points and boiling points. Next hazard is gases under pressure, or gas cylinders, formerly known as compressed gases. Oxygen, acetylene, chlorine, nitrogen are just some that we'll find around campus here. Oxidizers, these are substances which may generally by providing oxygen can cause or contribute to the combustion of other material more than air does. Again, here's a side-by-side of the old pictogram, which is the yellow one, as compared to the new one. Again, a red diamond. This one has an O for oxidizers engulfed in flames. Pyrophorics, so they are solids or liquids which even in small quantities are liable to ignite within 5 minutes after coming in contact with air. And pyrophoric gas is a chemical or in a gaseous state that will ignite spontaneously in air at temperatures of 130 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Self-reactive and self-heating. Self-reactive chemicals are thermally unstable liquid or solid chemicals liable to undergo a strongly exothermic decomposition even without participation of oxygen. Your self-heating chemicals or substances or mixtures is a process where the gradual reaction of that substance or mixture with oxygen and air generates heat. Chemicals which in contact with water emit flammable gases are solid or liquid chemicals which by interaction with water are liable to become spontaneously flammable or to give off flammable gases in dangerous quantities. And your organic peroxides are thermally unstable chemicals which may undergo exothermic self-accelerating decomposition. In addition, they may have one or more of the following properties. They may be liable to explosive decomposition, burn rapidly, be sensitive to impact or friction, or react dangerously with other substances. Depending on the organic peroxide that you're handling, you'll have, on this slide here, you see the flammable pictogram. If it has explosive tendencies, you'll see the exploding bomb pictogram. Just to keep in mind that a chemical isn't just one hazard. It can pose many hazards, and they'll be lined with the pictograms either on the SDS or the labels. Appendix A goes through the classes and categories of we'll start at the top, the acute toxicities, your skin corrosion and irritations, a class of serious eye damage and eye irritation, respiratory or skin sensitization, germ cell mutagenicity, carcinogenicity, reproductive toxicity, specific target organ toxicity from a single exposure, and specific target organ toxicity from repeated exposure, aspiration, and simple asphyxiants. We'll get into those here shortly. Stay tuned for part 3.